There's tons of companies out here that are actually trying to get an edge. What's up,
Contractors.
So I was surprised to find so many contractors who told me, I do things old fashioned, I still do things by pencil and paper. Some of you may really relate to this, and some of you may be thinking, what, I can't even comprehend this. Personally, being in the internet world, it was hard for me to comprehend. But it's true, there's a lot of contractors out there, you may be one of them, who are still doing things by paper and pencil, and I can totally get it. There's a lot of us who've been in the industry for decades and decades where we didn't even have the opportunity to have software and stuff like that. And as time goes on, you get more ingrained in your ways of doing things, and it gets harder and harder to try and learn new technology or learn how to add new systems into your business. You think, hey, it's not broken, why fix it, right? And I can totally see that. If it's working for you and it's going to keep working for you, it all makes sense. All your reasoning makes sense. The one thing I want to point out though is that there are tons of new businesses being created every day, especially in the home improvement world. And this blew up during the shutdowns. We're seeing so much competition right now in the home improvement world. There's contractors popping up, new businesses left and right. And the biggest issue we're seeing in the industry right now isn't even a lack of work and demand for home improvement jobs. The biggest issue we're seeing in the industry right now is a lack of employees. That just shows how many contracting companies are out there and how little we have to choose from for employees to actually man these contracting companies. So what's happening right now? There's tons of companies out here that are actually trying to get an edge. They're implementing systems, they're upgrading their websites, they're upgrading their online presence. They're doing everything and anything they can to get an edge on the competition and dominate local markets. And you can see it in your day-to-day life. Have you ever been driving around in your neighborhood and you see a brand new van, a company that you've never seen before or you're just not very used to, and all of a sudden you just see that person is everywhere? You think, man, they're driving all over the place, and the reality is they have multiple vans and they seem to have grown quickly. This is happening everywhere because people are taking advantage of the internet. Now, you don't have to take advantage of the internet. You don't have to go and get the upper edge on your competition. But what I'll point out is that people are being pushed out of the market right now. Construction companies are closing down left and right as well. While new ones are popping up, many are shutting down their door. They're seeing decreases in sales. They're not able to keep their employees on staff, and they shut the doors. You don't need to go and spend a fortune on creating this massive online presence. But if you want to stay in business, you do need to implement the tools that are going to keep you relevant. And the biggest thing nowadays for any industry is reviews. If you don't have any sort of online presence where people can go and check you out and see if you have great reviews and testimonials and people vouching for you, it gets harder and harder to compete with the other people who are collecting those reviews and who are growing their brand online. This is how companies get pushed out of business. The same thing if you're not keeping great communication with your previous customers. You may think you have a massive referral network, but if you aren't consistently reaching out to your entire previous customer list, you don't get to see the people who were followed up with by another company and ended up being loyal to somebody else. They started doing work with somebody else. It happens all the time. We don't see it because we're not consistently following up. And so these little things that we neglect because we don't have any sort of systems in place end up costing us. And in my humble opinion, the worst thing of all is the amount of time it takes. We all know the reason why you started a business is for freedom. You didn't do it just, you may love contracting, but you didn't do it because you just want to do contracting on a massive scale. You want to have freedom. You want to have your life back. You eventually want to have a machine that's working for you. Trying to stick with the old school way of just doing things on pen and paper and not implementing systems to help you out is just wasting more and more time until you get to the point of financial freedom, until you get to the point where you can take a step back and spend time with your family and your kids and do the things that are actually important to you, not just making money. So if you are still doing things the old-fashioned way and you want to look into a great first step into having automated systems placed into your business, check out Closer. It was designed to completely handle all of your sales follow-up from A to Z, from the time a lead enters your business to the time you close that job and onwards, for you, all automated in the background. That way you can ensure you're getting the most referrals from your prospect list, the most reviews, and the most testimonials without having to spend any more time. All it takes is a single onboarding call. If you want to learn more about how Closer can benefit your business, check out our free Contractors Fortune and Follow-Up training, where we go through the standard sales process of a one-call closer in a home improvement company, and we lay out exactly what follow-up you need to have in place at each step and how you can implement those follow-ups all automated in your own business. To get that free training, either click the link provided or comment below asking for the free training. I'll send you over the link. Have a great day.